Hey, what's up, folks? Well, today I got a couple of comments on my stop leak experiment part 1 and part 3. And I'm glad I actually got them because it's prompted me to do this video, which I've been meaning to do anyway. I wanted to do a stop leak experiment update after 2.5 years. So, thank goodness for Sean James for reminding me, hey, you need to do that video. But I'm going to read his comments because I feel like they need to be read. He worked hard enough to type them out. I'm gonna share them with y'all. Alright, so in the first comment he left, it's an HVAC stop leak experiment part 1. This is what it says. This is the aerosol cheap as stuff. I would not use this in any of my projects. But this test suck ass. No compressor, no line set, no coils, just a fucking bottle. Duh, dud. Well, he didn't watch the whole video because it just wasn't the aerosol can. It was the aerosol can plus another brand, which, you know, another brand, and then a drying agent. So he didn't watch the whole video apparently, or he didn't pay attention. So that was the first comment he left. Second comment was on HVAC stop leak experiment part 3. This is what this one says. This is a good one because I'm going to talk to him about this one. So Sean James 310 says, what about leak freeze? You should test leak freeze. They have respected air conditioning governing organizations backing them up. Put them to the test. I dare you, in capital letters. I'd like to see how they stand up to that glass jar test. Well, you can take that one 2 different ways. You can take it as he's trying to be a smartass, or he really wants to see it in a glass jar. But either way, I'm not going to do it because, you know what? Stop leak is awful. And I'm going to explain it a couple different ways. Now, Sean, you're right. I did just do a glass jar test. Now, Sean, if stop leak didn't do damage to stuff, then the inside of this jar would not be harmed at all. But when you see me open the inside of this jar, I hope that you have a better understanding of what kind of damage you can do to, first of all, the system, and second of all, to your gauges. The problem with using stop leak is this. On the bottle, on the instructions, it says that it will not work if the leaks are above a certain amount of microns. I'm not sure what size it is because I don't use stop leak, but it does say that on there. In my 20-something years of doing air conditioning work, I've never come across a tool where I can use it to gauge the size of a hole in a system. I just haven't. And I don't think anybody else has either. If you have, please correct me and tell me where I can get that tool, because that would help me judge how long that system's going to last, or how long my gas and go is going to last. I'd rather do gas and goes for 3 years than put this stuff inside my system, or any system. That's just a plain and simple fact. Now, to me, the one organization that I really care about, I don't really care about the other governing or air conditioning organizations. I really don't, because in the end, they really don't matter, because the only person that matters, the only organization that matters, is the manufacturer. Because they are the one who dictates to me when a system is under warranty. And yes, if you're using stop leak while a system is under warranty, you're an idiot. Plain and simple. You're a 100% idiot is what you are. And I have seen that. I have a video that somebody used stop leak in a system that was still under warranty. I go to a couple supply houses, and on their counter it says that if you use stop leak inside of a system, the warranty on that system is voided. Now, if the manufacturer says don't use it, well, I'm not going to use it, because I really believe that the only thing that goes inside of a system is refrigerant, unless you're having to add oil to it. But that's the only thing that needs to go inside of the system, because there's a reason why. Look at the big picture, Sean. If stop leak really, really worked, don't you think that the manufacturer would use it in their manufacturing process. I mean, look at it. The manufacturers spend millions of dollars a year to protect their reputation. And leaks on a system is one sure way for a manufacturer to lose a reputation really fast. I mean, look at Goodman. Goodman's got a class action lawsuit against them for the leaks that happened in like 2006 through 2008 or whatever the years were. But the problem with that class action lawsuit is they weren't the only ones that had leaks. I've got a scrap pile on the other side of this wall that proves that they weren't the only ones that had the leaks. I got more Train Carrier Lennox coils back there than I do Goodman coils. I know, and all you other contractors out there, if you're telling the truth, will back me up. Every manufacturer had leaks. So if the manufacturer doesn't use it in their manufacturing process, then why would I use it after the damn thing's been leaking? So that's the first reason I don't use stop leaking. Second reason is this. I have invested a lot of money in refrigeration gauges. I have a smart tool, which is $600. I have 2 sets of Testo 550s, which is $300 a piece. So that's another $600. And I have an iConnect. That was $1,700. Plus I bought 2 more probes and 2 more temperature sensors, and that was another $650 bucks. So that's $2,300 I've got invested in the iConnect, $600 that I've got invested in the Smart Tool, and another $600 in Testos. And plus I think I got an analog gauge floating around in the truck somewhere. Why would I want to screw my expensive gauges on that system to have them come out looking like that? I mean, once that stuff gets inside my gauges, it ain't running around the coil, it ain't running around line set, and it's not running around in the compressor. It's in my gauges. And it's going to look like this. And we're going to open this jar so you can see exactly what it will do inside of the system. Because if that stuff wasn't harmful, then the inside of this jar would not be hurt at all. But when you see it, I hope that it changes your mind about using it. You may say, oh, you're a dumbass. There's no way it's going to do that to the inside of the system. But there's plenty of guys out there that will tell you that they have to replace TXVs because of it. They have to do this because of it. Compressors will die because of it. There's a reason manufacturers don't want you to use it. So you continue using it. And I hope, and I don't wish harm on anybody, but I hope that you have to replace gauges because of it. Because if that's what it's going to take to get you to understand that this stuff is bad, that's just what it's going to take. So I say happy buying to you, and let's get on to opening the jar. So here's the jar, and as you see on the top of it right here, look at that. Look at that, there's all kind of rust spots, and that is rust spots. Get closer so you can see. See, look at that. See those orange spots right there? That's rust spots coming through the bottom of the jar. Let's open it up. Look at that. Look what it's done to the top of the lid. Look what it's done to the copper stem from the Schrader core. It ate the epoxy. You can see the crack in it, and it stinks. Now, that's what it looks like on the inside. So, let's go ahead and put it over here. Let's dig some of it out. See what it looks like. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty nasty stuff if you ask me. It stinks. I mean, it's like wax. And look at that. It's pretty bad. I mean, pretty nasty stuff. I don't even want to put it on the truck. We'll put it on the ground for the time being. But Yeah, it's almost got the stem clogged up. Nasty stuff. Now let's see what it does to that plastic stuff on the lid. Look what it did under the lid. Look what it did to that plastic under the lid there. That is nasty. It aged the metal years. Look at that. Oh, that's awful. If you want this stuff inside your system, go ahead and put it in there. It's nasty.